Title: Echoes of Deceit. In the small town of Willowbrook, where picturesque landscapes met the tranquility of a close-knit community, a chilling true crime tale began to unfold. Beneath the surface of idyllic neighborhoods and friendly faces lay a web of deceit that would send shockwaves through the town. The story began with the arrival of Detective Sarah Mitchell, a seasoned investigator assigned to the Willowbrook Police Department. Eager to make a mark in her new post, Sarah took on a missing person case that had baffled the town for weeks. Emma Turner, a bright and outgoing college student, had disappeared without a trace. Her distraught family clung to hope while the town held its breath, awaiting news of the missing girl's fate. Sarah delved into the investigation, leaving no stone unturned as she followed leads and interviewed witnesses. As days turned into weeks, Sarah's determination intensified. The trail seemed cold, but she refused to give up. Then, a breakthrough: a witness recalled seeing Emma with an unknown man on the night of her disappearance. With a potential suspect in mind, Sarah tirelessly pursued any clue that could lead her to Emma. As she dug deeper, she unearthed a series of unsolved crimes that seemed eerily connected, a pattern of disappearances that spanned over a decade. The case took a chilling turn when another young woman, Rachel Williams, vanished under similar circumstances. Sarah knew she was up against a serial abductor, but the lack of evidence made it difficult to pinpoint the perpetrator. Desperate to find Rachel and bring the criminal to justice, Sarah sought help from an unexpected source: a retired detective named James Carter. He had worked on the initial missing persons cases years ago and still carried the weight of unresolved guilt. With Carter's guidance, Sarah gained new insights into the past cases. The evidence pointed to an elusive suspect, known only as the Vanishing Shadow, who had managed to evade capture for years. As Sarah and Carter delved into the criminal's history, they discovered a disturbing pattern. Each victim had been lured with promises of a better life, only to be trapped in a web of manipulation and deceit. The Vanishing Shadow left behind cryptic messages and symbols that seemed to taunt the authorities. Their investigation led them to a secluded cabin deep within the woods, the criminal's lair. Inside, they found evidence linking the suspect to all the missing persons cases. The truth was more horrifying than they could have imagined. The Vanishing Shadow had constructed a hidden room where the victims were held captive, their pleas for help echoing in the darkness. As the pieces fell into place, Sarah realized that they were running out of time to save Rachel and any other potential victims. The race to catch the Vanishing Shadow intensified, culminating in a heart-pounding standoff. With nerves of steel, Sarah and Carter cornered the abductor, and a tense negotiation began. It became evident that the Vanishing Shadow was not just a criminal but a master manipulator, using charm and cunning to stay one step ahead of the law. In a gripping twist, Sarah managed to gain the Vanishing Shadow's trust and persuaded him to release Rachel and surrender peacefully. The suspect's arrest sent shockwaves through Willowbrook, but the town could finally breathe a collective sigh of relief. As the case reached its resolution, Sarah reflected on the true crime tale that had unfolded before her eyes. The Vanishing Shadow's reign of terror had come to an end, but the scars left on the victims and the town would take time to heal. In the aftermath of the investigation, Willowbrook underwent a transformation. The close-knit community rallied together to support the victims and their families. Sarah's dedication and determination had cracked the case, bringing closure to those affected by the Vanishing Shadow's crimes. As she drove through the peaceful streets of Willowbrook, Sarah knew that even in the most serene settings, darkness could lurk. Yet, with unwavering resolve, the town and its inhabitants stood tall, vowing to face whatever challenges lay ahead and ensure that the echoes of deceit would never again resound in their beloved community. The case of the Vanishing Shadow became a turning point in Sarah's career. Her reputation as a relentless investigator earned her recognition within the department and admiration from her peers. However, even as she celebrated her success, Sarah couldn't shake the feeling that the true crime tale was far from over. Months passed, and Willowbrook slowly returned to its peaceful rhythm. Families were more cautious, and the sense of security that once enveloped the town now bore a tinge of unease. Sarah's phone rang one evening, interrupting her dinner. It was a call from a familiar voice, the town's mayor, Mr. Peter Davies. Detective Mitchell, he began, his tone hushed, I know we solved the Vanishing Shadow case, but I fear there's something else. Something we missed. Sarah leaned forward, her curiosity piqued. What do you mean, Mayor Davies? He hesitated before continuing. I've been receiving anonymous letters, a series of them. They're cryptic, mentioning secrets and deceit. They allude to more crimes, hidden in the shadows of our town. The detective's mind raced, considering the implications. Have you shared these letters with anyone else? She asked. No, only you, Mayor Davies replied. I felt I could trust you, Detective. You're the one who exposed the Vanishing Shadow's darkness, and I believe you're the only one who can uncover the truth behind these letters. Sarah agreed to meet with the mayor in person to review the anonymous letters. As she analyzed the cryptic messages, she couldn't deny the unsettling feeling that Willowbrook's tranquility was a facade masking something sinister. Each letter hinted at unsolved crimes, some dating back years, and others more recent. The author claimed to be a guardian of justice, exposing the town's hidden evils one letter at a time. Sarah could feel the weight of a new mystery descending upon her, a true crime tale that was waiting to be unraveled. With each letter, Sarah discovered connections between seemingly unrelated incidents: a string of burglaries, a mysterious fire, and a forgery scheme. As she followed the trail of deceit, she realized that someone was pulling the strings, orchestrating these crimes to suit their twisted agenda. Sarah shared her findings with Carter, seeking his insight once again. Together, they began to suspect that Willowbrook was dealing with not just one criminal mastermind, but a collective of individuals working together to create an intricate web of deception. As the investigation deepened, Sarah faced unexpected challenges: obstructive witnesses, missing evidence, and even threats directed at her own safety. The true crime tale seemed to be enveloped in shadows, protecting the perpetrators and concealing their identities. Determined to bring the culprits to justice, Sarah relied on her instincts and assembled a team of trusted officers, including a tech-savvy detective named Alex Wilson, to assist her. The group worked tirelessly, connecting the dots and following the threads of deceit that intertwined throughout Willowbrook. As they pieced together the puzzle, Sarah realized that the collective of criminals had managed to infiltrate various aspects of the town's institutions, including the police department itself. The conspiracy ran deeper than she had anticipated, leaving no one untouched by the web of deceit. With pressure mounting, Sarah knew they had to act swiftly to apprehend the collective before they struck again. Her instincts led her to suspect a significant event: the town's annual charity gala, where influential figures gathered, including some of the suspects. On the night of the gala, Sarah and her team positioned themselves strategically, ready to act when the moment arose. The air buzzed with excitement, but Sarah sensed an undercurrent of tension, aware that they were walking into the den of a cunning adversary. As the evening progressed, Sarah observed the suspects, searching for any telltale signs of guilt. Then, a crucial piece of evidence fell into her hands: an encrypted message hidden in plain sight, cleverly disguised as a menu card. With Alex's expertise, they cracked the code, revealing a chilling revelation: the next crime was set to occur at the gala itself. Panic gripped Sarah, but she knew they couldn't let the criminals execute their plan. She called for backup, setting a trap to catch the perpetrators red-handed. As the evening's festivities reached their peak, Sarah's heart pounded with anticipation, knowing that lives hung in the balance. Suddenly, chaos erupted: the sound of shattering glass and frightened screams echoed through the venue. Sarah and her team rushed to the source, discovering a masked figure wielding a weapon, intent on causing mayhem. With swift precision, they neutralized the threat and apprehended the criminal, who was swiftly identified as one of the collective members. As they secured the suspect, another revelation struck Sarah: the true mastermind was still out there, hidden in the shadows. Undeterred, Sarah knew she had to pursue the remaining members of the collective, but she was met with resistance from some quarters. The pervasive influence of the criminal network reached higher than she could have imagined, compromising even those she had trusted. Despite the odds stacked against her, Sarah persevered, refusing to back down. Her dedication to seeking justice inspired others within the department, encouraging them to stand alongside her in the fight against Willowbrook's hidden evils. As Sarah's investigation drew closer to the truth, the collective became desperate, retaliating with greater force. Threats escalated, and she found herself in a high-stakes game of cat and mouse. But Sarah wasn't alone in her quest. She drew strength from her unwavering determination, the support of her fellow officers, and the resilience of the town that had embraced her as one of its own. In a final, dramatic showdown, Sarah confronted the remaining members of the collective, exposing their hidden identities and the intricate network they had woven. The true crime tale came to its climax, and justice was finally served, bringing the collective's reign of deceit to an end. As the dust settled, Willowbrook began to heal once again. The community emerged stronger, having faced its darkest secrets and emerged victorious. Sarah's unwavering resolve had shattered the echoes of deceit that had threatened the town's serenity. As she walked through the familiar streets of Willowbrook, Sarah knew that true crime tales could unfold in even the most unassuming places. But she also understood that with courage, perseverance, and the unity of a community, the echoes of deceit could be silenced, allowing the echoes of hope and resilience to resound instead. The small town of Willowbrook would never be the same, but it would forever stand as a testament to the triumph of justice over darkness.